Joe wakes up, and guess what? The first thing he does is, bro, he jacks off. But he's not even hard. But that doesn't even concern him because like he's got to be at school in 10 minutes, and like his entire class is depending on him. But instead of getting dressed and maybe doing some push-ups before school, no, he just jacks off. But he's not even hard, so it takes him like 20 minutes, and it was like the worst jack off of his entire life. This video should have probably a warning card, but we don't do that around here. When I was young, I was exactly like Joe. Joe is not an actual guy in the world, but he is a representative of the average Joe. This is the average morning of the average Joe. It is trash. If you disagree with me, then watch this video to actually learn my point. And maybe you'll actually learn something. I was once like Joe. I would literally wake up, do it, not even hard. And then I would literally just go to school. I would wonder why I was so tired, bro. It was literally like, it was trash, bro. I just... This might seem quite vulgar to some people, quite gross, quite gripping, or quite... Like, I was on a Discord call with my friend Cameron before starting this video. And I told him about this, I was going to make this video. And he said, bro, your parents watch this video. What will they think? And I gotta tell you, bro, I don't care who watches this video. Whether an astronaut or like some like one of my closest friends, or even a family member, bro. The truth is, and nobody likes to admit the truth nowadays. The truth is that story is probably you. It's probably what you're living right now. People have it worse than me. People have it way worse than me, bro. You don't even know the half of it. This is one of the most important messages that there can be nowadays, bro. So I want you to understand what you're actually doing when you're doing this. And I want you to understand why it's probably not the ideal solution. My message that I want to come across in this video is that fapping, jacking off, whatever you want to call it, is not healthy. It is not something that everybody does. Well, it is. Nah, that's true. That it is something that everybody does. But that does not mean it's healthy. Do not follow the everyone rule. There was a quote by a very famous writer that I absolutely love. If everybody does something, then it is always wrong. This doesn't apply to things like eating and drinking and a few other like basic survival needs, but for the majority of things, it's wrong. Bro, this is the social norm, and I don't blame you for following it. It's normal to do this. It's also normal not to talk about it. So this is like a double thing right here. Like I'm not only not doing it, or at least I am doing it, but I am at least trying to not do it. So that's fair. But I'm also speaking about it, which is something that nobody likes to do. It's like it's the secret of society. This message is it's important, bro. So enough with the chit chat. What's actually wrong with this? Like, if you haven't already got a picture, then I'll give you one. But so you have this thing in your body. It's called testosterone. It's a chemical, and don't click off because I'm being sciencey, but it's basically like the male chemical, right? The female chemical is something called estrogen, and the male chemical is something called testosterone. So once you hit puberty, you get a big boost in this testosterone, And that's why, like teenagers, do things like rebelling and like, and that's why, something really interesting, boys and girls are identical. Boys and girls, so before they hit puberty, they are identical. And then puberty is what makes the boy a man and what makes the female a woman. And I found that really interesting when I heard of it. Because of testosterone and estrogen. So females get a rise in estrogen and males get a rise in testosterone, and this kind of splits them apart to be, like people. So yeah, bro. So basically, when you're like jacking off, right, you're getting rid of your testosterone. So you're becoming neutral, if that makes sense. So say this guy had like 800 testosterone and this woman had 800 estrogen. Well, if you jack off, then it's like 600 testosterone. Well, that's a bit extreme, but like, you know what I mean. If you do it regularly on a consistent basis, it goes lower and lower and lower until like, bro, you are not. You're finding the line between a boy and a man, and this is, you might be like, oh, I don't want to be a man, I don't want to be, but don't want to be anything, bro. Like, if you are like that, then that's kind of sad, bro. But if you decide to do this, bro, then like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. You'll probably struggle with relationships. You'll probably struggle with just getting stuff done, because neutral people don't like working. There are differences between males and females. So if you try and increase your testosterone and become more male, then you're gonna have some effects that are associated to males, right? Like, testosterone is literally the thing that gives you bigger muscle mass. It's literally the thing that like gives you enough energy to wake up in the morning. It like, bro, it's just, bro, there's tons of benefits going along with it, bro. There's this really nice what is it? It's like expression of, basically it's like castrating yourself. So animals, when they like, male animals, when they get their balls chopped off, they become more submissive, they become weaker. So they'll go from, say, the cat that's always jumping around and really excited to the cat that just lays around all day. If this reminds you of you, bro, then you better seriously think about this, mate. What's the difference? The only difference I see is that it's not permanent, and that you can change it. The cat can't go back to having balls, but you can fill up those balls. This is so vulgar, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but like, I'm trying. Look, I think this message is important, and I think a lot of people struggle with this. I was asked to do this video, bro. I didn't want to do this. Like, bro, it's disgusting, mate. It's not disgusting itself. Well, it is a bit, but like, it's disgusting to talk about this stuff, mate. Okay, companies, specifically porn companies, right? They want you to stay on their platform for life, and they want to make tons of money, and they will make tons of money off you through ads and OnlyFans. Oh my god, but the amount of money people make from OnlyFans, mate. So don't sell your soul for just a bit of momentary pleasure, please. And there's also a few more benefits, like eye contact with women. Like, from not watching porn. Which sounds like weird, right? Like, eye contact with women, like, what? How does that help me in any way, bro? Well, funny thing, right? Apparently eye contact with women increases attraction. So if you're interested in that, then that might help you a bit. Also, this is a fact. It's another sciencey fact for all those nerds out there. One drop of, bro, every time it's always so gross, but one drop of semen, right? So, is the equivalent of 40 drops of blood. 40. Okay, every time you jack off, what is that, like, maybe, how many drops is that? Maybe like, well, it depends who, like what kind of, how much you do it, but like maybe it's like 100 drops, 200 drops. But that means it's like 4,000 drops of blood. This is a scientific fact, right? That nobody likes to talk about. So we've talked about the dark stuff. We've talked about the negative effects, the positive effects of not doing it, but I haven't quite explained to you what not to do, right? Sorry, no, what to do. I've explained what not to do. And now we're going to talk about what to do. So basically, all I want you to do is do it a bit less. Keep track and stop watching porn, bro. You weird, you weirdo, bro. No, but I find that the best way to decrease it is to keep track and to just say to yourself, I'm gonna stop doing it. Right? I'm gonna stop, bro. Look, Sam, he talked about so many things in this video, mate. I don't wanna wake up tired all the time. I don't wanna become like a boy again. I don't wanna I wanna have energy when I wake up. I wanna have a full set of energy when I wake up. I want to be sprinting down the hall, mate. I don't want to be like, breakfast. Nobody click that. Bro, I just want you to do it a bit less. I want you to say to yourself, I'm going to stop doing it. And most of all, I want you to stop watching porn, mate. Because this is like half the battle. I personally struggle a lot more with fapping than actually porn. I never got a very big porn addiction personally, but I know a lot of people really have. Like, bro, there's 13-year-olds who have porn addictions nowadays, bro. 10 years ago, that was unheard of. But you have to do something, bro. Nobody's gonna do it for you. I'm afraid to say it, bro. My name is Sam. Our name is Seven. I hope you stop fapping, bro, and I hope your life gets better in the long run. This was a bit gross, but bye, boys.